fighting at Oktagon 56 this Saturday, April 20th. The menace himself, Denis Frimpong. Dennis, how we doing, man? Happy fight week.
Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm good. Pleased to be fighting on 420, a commonly celebrated day. Not for myself anymore, but yeah, also Adolf Hitler's birthday for those who don't know. So yeah, I'm excited. Fight week's on, full of water, and ready to just go make this weight, have some carbs in me, and then go absolutely drill this guy's head through the canvas on Saturday night.
And I mean, it's already been an eventful fight week, right? You had your little face-to-face conversation and face-off with Callum. So overall, like, how was that experience? I ended up watching it a couple days ago. It was great.
I mean, for me, it was just another day in the office. You know what I mean? As we've seen, I'm the new face of Oktagon, the up and coming superstar. Um, Oktagon know who brings the numbers in, so I've had plenty of media obligations to do and to get up to. So I'm kind of used to it by now, and it's good because to be this early in my career and used to doing like those sort of interviews and media obligations on fight week and
Yeah.
leading up to the fight and stuff like that, and press conferences. It's good. And I'm glad that Octagon have given me that opportunity as well. And as for the fight, I feel excellent. This is some of the best shape I've ever been in, the best technically I've ever been. So yeah, I'm ready to go put on a violent display of action on Saturday.
You're getting me excited, man. You're getting me excited. And you guys, you had your face-to-face after the conversation. Obviously, a big talk of the town is how big you are for the division. So what was your thoughts on him when you guys faced off? Like, how do you feel about the size up?
Yeah, I'm big for the division. I don't think he's necessarily tiny for the division. But I think a big factor is he fought a featherweight most of his career. He fought a guy in his last fight on Octagon who is now fighting a bantamweight, and he struggled to take that guy down. And that guy had just fought on the same card as me in Newcastle at bantamweight, and he had a bantamweight taking him down for fun. So no, don't get me wrong, he won the fight in the end, but he got took down, he got held down, and he got controlled. So I don't believe that Callum Mullen's going to be ready for the level of strength and explosiveness and athleticism that I'm bringing. I'm a different caliber of athlete than he's ever faced, and I'm a different caliber of fighter than he's ever faced.
And I mean, like, I don't know if I would call it animosity or just, competitiveness, but where does this history come from? Is there any history between you two, or is it all just fight week, tempers flaring?
It's not really animosity. It's more so just, he's in my way. He's an obstacle in my path to glory. And yeah, that's about it. Obviously there was some back and forth we had like a year ago or so, when he was calling out my mate. And then I called his brother out on the regional circuit, and here we are now, It's yeah, it's not really animosity in the sense of like I don't really hate him or like him, or I'm kind of I'm not really of any opinion of him, to be honest. The only opinion that really matters is my opinion of his skill set, and I believe his skill set is maybe not garbage, but one step above garbage.
Well, talk about the skill sets real quick because you're calling his garbage, and I've heard you talk about yours. You guys even talked about knocking each other out to each other's face. So, like, how does this fight go down? Like, how do you think the styles actually clash?
Listen, he's talking about knocking me out. He hasn't knocked anyone out in 4 or 5 years, 4 years, whatever it is. Yeah, I wasn't even fighting MMA, amateur MMA, when he had his last knockout. I was still doing jujitsu tournaments. So I've had two since then, violent knockouts, clean knockouts, and against people who are much more experienced than me. So I have a track record of doing it, and he doesn't. And I've never been knocked out. Don't get me wrong, neither is he, but I will be the first to do it. I was the first to knock out Hassan Gillespie. I was the first to knock out Chris Morris, and I'll be the first to knock out Callum Mullen. As far as our skill sets, I think it'll be a combination of both skill set and physical attributes that play into this fight. I believe my physical attributes are far beyond his. I believe our skill sets are miles apart on the feet at least. He's a good grappler. and he's saying he's going to come knock me out. But we all know that within 30 seconds max, he's going to shoot. He's going to try and hold on to my legs, and he's going to try and sniff me for three rounds and try and get some sort of a decision victory. But he's going to be sadly mistaken when he gets sprawled on, or I get back up and then I start hitting him, and he's tired in the second round.
So the official prediction is a second round knockout.
Second round knockout, yeah.
I love it, man. Looking forward to it. Hopefully it ages like fine wine. We can call you Mystic Dennis from here on out.
Mystic Menace. They've already started calling me that
Oh,
anyway.
that's so good. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Mystic Menace. I love it, bro. I love it. And dude, training for this fight, like you're training at one of the best gyms in the world at Manchester, top team. For those who don't know, the more casual fans, I mean, one, how is camp? And two, like, who are some of the people you train with?
Yeah, I'm glad that you said it because a lot of people say one of the best gyms in the UK, and I believe we're much better than that. We're one of the best gyms in the world, at least one of the best gyms in Europe. So, yeah, I've been getting rounds in with the likes of Callum Connor. He's fighting on FCC. Just fought recently as well. Accomplished Thai boxer. A lifetime martial artist, and having good rounds with him. I've been training with Lerone Murphy, a top 15 in the UFC guy. I'm training with the likes of Jordan Barton, FNC champion at featherweight, who just defended his belt a couple of weeks ago in Slovenia. And of course the coaching staff that I train with as well. It's second to none in this country, as well as my strength and conditioning coach, Reggie, my nutritionist. I have a breathing coach. So yeah, I just have the complete. I put everything into this game. I've put all my cards on the table for this sport. I don't know. I think it's even a bit of a downgrade to call it a sport because we've seen what happened with Max Holloway and Justin Gaethje in the weekend. It's not a sport like any other. So one sec. Oh,
no, you're
Jesus. Good. Yeah, it's not a sport like any other in the same sense that like to call it a sport and also call like tennis a sport is
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not the same kind of thing, but I've put everything into this game, and yeah, I'm gonna show that on Saturday. I'm gonna spectacularly knock him out, get that bonus, and prove my levels.
And did you guys? I saw Leon Edwards came into your gym. Did you guys ever link up?
Yeah, we did a bit of training. We didn't spar or anything like that. You just came down to show some techniques, but like obviously to pick the brain of the world champion at welterweight. And also even just to get a little size up going, because I think
Sure.
fighters naturally do that. We size each other up a little bit. And I don't know whether you saw the photo of me and him stand beside each other, but he's
I
a
didn't.
big
I didn't see it.
welterweight. Go look at it, man.
Is it on your Instagram?
It should be somewhere there, yeah.
I'll look at it afterwards. I don't want to.
He's a big welterweight, mate, and I'm taller than him. So just to put that into perspective. So when
That's
Callum
awesome.
Mullen's facing me in the cage, he's gonna get a big surprise.
He's gonna be looking up a little bit.
100%.
And then Dennis, who's coming to be in your corner for this one?
Yeah, so obviously I got my head coach, Carl Prince, a genius of the game and an obsessionist of the game. And I've also got Max Wolf, one of the lads from the gym. He's going to be down there. And I've got Ravil Daglarov, the Dagestani wrestling jiu-jitsu master. He's been a coach at our gym for the last while, head grappling coach. So yeah, I have the complete corner in my opinion. Um, Obviously I might have got Shem to corner me, but Shem's fighting on the same card.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really work, but I still have an immaculate corner, and I'm gonna go put on a spectacular display on Saturday night.
And then obviously, man, like you and Shem, you're all over social media. You guys are like the dynamic duo, we'll call it. You guys being on the same card, like what does that do in the lead up? Like, does that raise everyone's motivation and up the intensity of camp?
100%. Everyone's on good spirits. We all push each other hard. We're the right kind of mates. We bring each other up, and he's on my case if I don't train, if I eat shit, if you know what I mean. If I'm not doing things properly, he's on my case, and I I think it's a good motivator to be around you. Obviously, we were meant to be on the same card on the Manchester card.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Pokorny, me and George, whatever happened with him and Pokorny, happened. we ended up not fighting. But it's good to finally get to fight on the same card for once, and both of us come out with the win, and then go for some celebrations afterwards.
And I know you're laser focused, but I do, as a journalist, I have to ask about what's next potentially. With a big win, everything stays healthy. When do you want to get back in here? Like anyone you want to fight? Because obviously you got into it a little bit with the Namibian Nightmare.
The Namibian nobody, the Namibian
But
ass
what's up with
chin.
that? How did that happen, man?
Listen, he's a little fool. He's just an overrated, overhyped, fake birth certificate ass chin cunt. And at the end of the day, yeah, he's in my way as well. Anyone in that lightweight top 15 is in my way, and my way is leading directly to the belt. So as far as I see, they're all ops, they're all opposition, and they can all get it. But there is one guy that promised a fight after this fight. He promised he'd fight me. If I come out all unscathed, I'm happy to get right back in there to fight him. I fight him on a day's notice, let alone a few weeks. So Andre Petrosek is the next target. But again, I'm fully focused on Callum Mullen right now. He's the guy I have to get in the cage with in 5 days' time. But I honestly believe that like I'm not looking past him, but I'm looking through him, and I'm gonna go through him on Saturday night.
Love it, man. You're getting me excited about the future too, because you're a guy who makes a lot of noise and you have the skill to back it up. So anytime that happens, very exciting, especially out of Ireland. We'll get into that in a minute here. But before we do, I want to ask about, you just mentioned the belt. So what are your ultimate goals with Oktagon as a promotion?
So I think a lot of people in this sport, in this game, their goal is UFC champion. I want to get in the UFC. I'll be honest, for me, obviously it's the premier promotion at the moment. It's the biggest organization. It's the one that everyone's been watching the longest. But I'll be honest, yeah, I'm quite happy to cement my legacy in Octagon. I'm quite happy to just get the belt, break all the records, break the knockout record, break the submission record, break the win streak record, break the amount of bonuses record, break the holding the belt record, break the amount of time you've had the belt for, and just become a legend in the sport to the point where people say, I am the best lightweight outside of the UFC. And then if at that point, if there's nothing left for me to do, then maybe I'll go UFC. But I want to cement my legacy in Octagon. They're the biggest promotion in Europe. In such a short time, they're doing such big things like a 35,000 seater stadium in June, a 55,000 seater stadium in October. So what are they going to be doing in 2, 3, 4, 5 more years? So I'm happy to just stay here, and as long as they treat me right, I'll treat them right, and we'll help each other grow.
I love that, man. And out of all the promotion, all the fighters I talk to, Octagon fighters, you guys are some of the few that are like, UFC, PFL could be cool, but I'm very happy with Octagon. So that goes to say a lot about the promotion and how much they do for their fighters, because it is, the big stage, the top three promotion in the world, possibly, in my opinion. And I said we get back to Ireland. This is pretty much my last set of questions here, because I'd be a fool not to ask. McGregor versus Chandler was announced the other day at UFC 300. How do you see that fight playing out?
I think Chandler could win the fight if he fought the way he should fight, but I think we all know how he fights. He likes to come out and have a bit of a bang, and I think McGregor will starch him. He's too good of a striker. I honestly I don't really rate Michael Chandler's striking. I think if me and him did a kickboxing match, I'd knock him out. So
Yeah. Yeah, he's a wrestler, no doubt about it. And then I love that you said in the past, you don't want to be the next Connor. You want to be the first Dennis Frimpong. Love that. Have you ever met Connor? Like, I don't need to talk about the influence and all that, but have you guys ever met each other?
I've never actually met him face to face. I don't think he likes me, to be honest.
Oh, really?
Yeah, me and his coach had a bit of a back and forth in the comment section before, and yeah, I kind of called out his whole gym. So I don't think he's my biggest fan, to be honest. But it is what it is. Like they say, opposites attract, and me and him are kind of similar in that we're both Irish. We both talk a lot of shit. We're both flashy strikers, and of course, he had an influence on me. He came before me, but yeah, I'm coming for everything he worked for. I'm coming to take all that glory and to be the next Irish superstar.
Hey man, something about you Irish people with the loud mouths and the good striking. I don't know what it is, brother. Something in the water. And Dennis, man,
It's a fighting culture. That's what it is.
you can say that again, brother. Before I get you out of here, man, you got so many fans. As you said, the next up and coming star. I'm very excited for the fight. So that being said, anything you want to say to everybody? If so, the mic is yours.
Yeah, be sure to catch the fight 20th of April this Saturday on Oktagon TV, The Zone, and Channel 4 online, depending on the region you're in. If you are in and around the UK, try get there. Tickets are available on the Ticket Factory, and you can get them from the fighters themselves. Preferably get them off me. And yeah, listen, I don't have boring fights, so come out there and watch some exciting fights.
You heard it from the man yourself. April 20th, Octagon 56. We're going to see if Mystic Menace is correct with the second round knockout. Dennis, my man, thank you so much and kick some ass, all right?
Thank you, mate. Appreciate it.